have been involved with the pack for about 20 years. My own kids went to Cub Scout camp and they thrived. And I am passionate about getting as many Cub Scout Star Council camps this summer as possible. Um, this afternoon, we're going to cover a few basics. You want to switch the screen there, Jeff? Excellent. Okay, so we're going to cover topics about the camp programs that are offered with the locations and dates. A quick intro from our camp personnel, the fees and important due dates, campership information, otherwise known as financial aid, brief health and safety overview, and some of the resources we have here in the council to help you promote camp at your unit. And as we go along, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Michelle will keep track of them all, and then we'll work on answering as many of them towards the end of the time together.
Yeah, and also I did put in a Google form to the our media to our chat. So if you could just fill that out, just to help us get a count as to who's here. You'll see that there's names. There's what is your role? Are you here for as a council official, a camp staff, a camp coordinator, or a pack leader helping out a camp coordinator? That just helps us get an idea of who's here.
Great. All right. So as a camp coordinator, you have a very important role in your pack. If you could just take a minute and think of a couple of things. Did you attend summer camp as a child? And why did your own child and their friends join Cub Scouts? If you obviously have asked any group of Cub Scouts that if they would want to go camping, you almost always get a very loud and a very excited yes. And that's before you've asked them if they want to shoot archery, BB, slingshot, catch fish, go swimming. And we do recognize that all Cub Scout packs may run a little bit differently throughout the year while still covering the same core program. Some are busy all year round and some are a little more relaxed in the summer. But there are some things that we all know for sure. Cub Scouts who go to camp tend to be more engaged and continue on in scouting at higher rates than those who don't camp at all. So our question is, why not offer camp to all of your families as part of the summer programming in your pack? Because it complements the activities you plan locally very well. And those of you who've been to camp with your kids, you'll know that Cub Scouts grow a lot in that summer camp experience. It's more than skills that they're learning. They build confidence through adventure. And as a Cub Camp coordinator, we see you as the point person for your pack, like your head camp cheerleader, your captain fun. All right. So what are you going to be doing as your Cub Camp coordinator? It's a lot of words. It's pretty simple. We would like you to work with the families in your pack because you know them well. All right. Encourage them to sign up for any of our Cub Scout summer camp programs that are offered. Speak to your whole pack. Everyone should feel that summer camp is a welcoming space. Would like you to provide support at the pack level. So guide your parents and your guardians through the registration processes. Maybe plan a camp promotion event at a pack meeting. And then if there are specific questions from your pack and you don't know the answer off the top of your head, ask us and then report back to the parents as quickly as possible. And helping with regular announcements to your unit will help a lot. Reminding them of important deadlines for payments, camperships, health forms, sending out the packing list a couple of times will help too. We have so many different types of camp experience being offered this summer for the Cub Scouts. You will see that there is going to be something for everyone, whether it's their schedules, their price point, their experience, or their comfort level. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to. All right. Thank you. All right. So what types of camp are we offering? Our council is very lucky. We offer 3 types of Cub Scout overnight camp. Each one is delivering a high quality and age appropriate fun programming. Some of you who are brand new to this may have heard overnight camp called resident camp, or it's called sleepaway camp. It's basically a sleepaway camp. You bring your sleeping bag and your clothes. And the nice thing is you don't have to bring your family tent and you don't have to bring tarps. Cub Scout full week overnight camp is 6 full nights. I'm sorry, 6 full days and 5 fun nights. It goes Sunday to Friday, and you'll bring your leaders and your Cub Scouts and jump right into the fun. They'll be experiencing all the things camp has to offer, from dining hall fun and meals to waterfront, nature, games, range and target activities. It's generally a great time. And then think about your whole pack as a group. If you've got families that are super busy and maybe have already planned their summer vacation already, why not offer them the chance to come to our Cub Scout Mini Week, which is Sunday to Wednesday? It really fits the bill. It allows the Cub Scout the opportunity to participate in the overnight experience, but for a shorter time frame. And it works really great for leaders and parents who want to come with a pack, but maybe they can't take the whole week off. Or if you have scouts that want to come to an overnight camp experience, but are a little hesitant about spending all those nights away from home, gives everybody the chance to just dip their toe into it and still have a good time. And then we'll look at our brand new parents, and that's where the Cub Family Camp comes into play. If you have Cub Scout parents who are new to camping, period, or maybe they didn't have the experience of going to overnight camp in their own childhood, the Cub Scout Family Camp is a great opportunity. It lets the parents and their siblings and the Cub Scout all have a good time at camp. Everybody basically gets to be a kid again and have fun. Benefit to that is it also will put their minds at ease that coming to Cub Scout camp is going to be a really wholesome and fun experience for the family. All right, so we offer different day camp options, and honestly, our Cub Scout day camps are great. I can't say enough about them. They work well for the kid who, wants to only do day camp. It also works out really well for the parents who need to know that their child is in a safe, well-run, engaging day camp. And that is fantastic for the kids. It helps there's no summer slide where kids kind of stop learning over the summer, because day camp offers them these experiential learning experiences through activities and by being outside and just moving and doing. Okay. As the coordinator, we also would like you to encourage parents to help out as volunteer den leaders and maybe carpool with others from their community to the day camp. We also offer the Twilight Camp, which is a fun way for the Cubs and their parents to experience the day camp activities on a shorter time frame of the day. It's usually in the evening after work. And what's nice with that is it allows them to continue on with their normal everyday activities. So work, or if they have other childcare options, or if a scout maybe has to do some summer school. It gives everybody a chance to continue to have fun, and the parents get to get in on it with their kids. And then we have our specialty STEM camp, which is at Camp Mattituck. It's a great way for Cub Scouts and their friends who might not be in scouting yet to experience camp together. And it's, again, all STEM based. It's outdoors. And we would encourage you to talk with your leaders about loading up minivans, bringing their friends, even the kids who aren't Cub Scouts, and your pack could really grow from this. And that is grades 3 through 8. Okay. So who can come to camp? Everybody. Everybody can come to camp. Um, your Scouts can come to day camp and resident camp. They need to have their parent or guardian with them because it's still child and adult partner based. Your Wolf Scouts and up can come to all of our camps. And then the new Lion kids, so the kids who are just entering kindergarten in September, they can come to the Cub Scout family camp because they'll be with their parent. All right. And then for leaders, we really do encourage you to send leaders because the leaders from your own unit understand and know those children the best. All right. And then obviously family camp, they come with their parents because that's part of their family. All right. So as you can see, we have all the different offerings. Okay. And with the three council camp properties, there's a place for everybody. Okay. Personally, my youngest child and I went to camp for one summer at as a second week. We went just the two of us, and it was great. We were matched up with a town that was nearby us, and we all just kind of worked together as a pack, and we had a blast. I mean, it was wonderful. So let's take a quick moment and hear from some of our camp folks. We've got Miss Jenny Roberts from J.N. Webster, Maggie Bellemare from Camp Workhoman, and Aileen. I just saw her. Yep, there she is. Aileen from Camp Workhoman. So, Jenny, why don't you go first? Okay, we have to unmute Jenny.
I know. Sorry, I had to find the button. Hi, everyone.
Okay.
I'm Jenny Roberts. I have been active in Cub Scouting since 2007 with my own kids, and I went to camp on day one with my oldest, and I have yet to leave. Obviously, my kids are out of the program, but I am still here and loving every minute of it. At Webster, like we had mentioned, there are three different programs, actually four. There's the day camp, which runs 6 weeks with an overall theme of dinosaurs and a weekly theme. Our staff does role playing and involves the kids in the morning flags. And so it's like a running program through all 6 weeks. We make it different from week to week because a lot of our scouts who come for all 6 weeks because they get a different experience every week. We have an overnight resident camp, which is called, Cub Resident, but then there's also Webelos Only Week. That's week 7 of J.N. Webster's programming for the summer. And then we also have a mini week. So during that week 7, there's actually 3 programs being run at the same time. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of chaos, but amazing program. Our Webster staff turns their focus that week 7 onto just the Cub Scouts. So that works really well. I saw earlier in the chat, there was a question about older scouts coming and spending the week with their family. We do run specialty camp during that time for the older scouts or Scouts BSA, older ones. Beyond that, we have an amazing returning staff who has a lot of energy, and we're actually renovating our Cub waterfront right now as well. So that will be actually really cleaned up and just for the Cub Scouts. So you don't have to worry about older scouts with the younger scouts during the first 6 weeks of Cub Camp. Beyond that, I mean, we're really looking forward to an amazing summer and love all of the different options that we have to offer for your Cub Scouts. And I can be reached, as you can see there. That's my personal email. I'll also share with council the Cub email, so we'll have other people be able to chime in on that email as well. But feel free to email me at any time, starting today.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome.
And next, let's have Miss Maggie introduce herself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Maggie Belmer, and I'm the Cub Scout director at Camp Toby, which is at the Mattatuck Scout Reservation. And we are so excited to be back as our second summer as Camp Toby. I am so excited because this summer we really have an option for every family, every Cub to come and actually experience something. So this year we have 5 weeks of Cub Scout Day Camp. So in that program, the scouts will be broken up by rank to ensure that there's always an age appropriate activity for them to do. And I think we all can admit at this point that the Tigers can't handle the exact same things that the Webelos and Arrow of Lights can. And it just works better when they get to do something that works for their age group. So I'm so excited about that. And then we have Twilight Camp. So Twilight Camp will be 2 sessions of nighttime program. So this is perfect for the kids who have summer school or soccer camp, or mom and dad have to work all day, or whatever the case may be, for them to come at night and just do some of our program. It's not as intensive as a day camp or an overnight program would be. So they get to experience that little bit of it while still being able to do their other things during the day. So that'll be our weeks 2 and 3 from 6:30 to 8:30 at night. And that'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights. And then we also have family camp. So family camp will be Thursday morning to Saturday morning of our weeks 2 and 3. And it's a family camp experience. You get to come down with your family, the younger siblings, whatever the case may be, and just experience camp. It's a great way to get your families involved if, like Leanne said, maybe they've never been to camp or they didn't get to do it as a kid. And just to get their feet in the water without, having to take on a whole full week of that experience. And then also we have our STEM camp returning, which is so much fun. It's run by a lady named Tammy Valeka. She is incredible. And it's a 2-week program. So the scouts or campers would come with us for 2 weeks straight, and they do some of our scout program while also doing some hands-on STEM activities. I know a big one is slime. They love to make slime. There's always slime everywhere. And it's a lot of fun. So we have our dates listed there, and my email and Jeremy's email. And if you ever need to reach out, feel free. And if you want to come up and hang out, we have our winter camp coming up in 2 weeks. So it's a great way to come and see us. So thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. And last but not least, Aileen from Camp Fort Coleman.
I know Aileen was in the car, so she may not be totally listening
Yep.
in to drive her son somewhere. But just from us at Camp Fort Coleman, we're just excited to offer a wide variety of camp opportunities to our Cub Scouts, whether it be the overnight camp for the full week or the mini week, the day camp option, or family camp. We're really excited to offer a wide variety of program to fit the needs of your packs, of the families within your packs, and their scouts. With us offering the overnight camp, we're really excited to have some specialty programs that'll be part of it. One of these is our Arrow of Light Adventure Trek, an overnight experience for those scouts who are in their last year of Cub Scout camping, and to go out in the backwoods of camp with our staff members and participate in some activities that really prepare them for the scouting at the troop level that is special to them, and gives the younger Cub Scouts something to come back and look forward to.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much. So as you can see, we don't have any of the dates listed on this slide. They are all listed on the council website now. And we do have a mailer that's going out in January. Jeff, can you advance that slide? Thank you. All right. So it's the important part, the fees and registration timelines. So the fees outside of it is always very important for everyone. They all want to know. And as you can see, there are the fees listed, and there's an early bird fee. That early bird fee does change depending on which camp you're going to, which week you're going to. So that's why that's all online. Okay. And would like the coordinators to be reminding the families of those deadlines. I don't, if you have a PAC newsletter that goes out, put them in there. Mention it at PAC meetings, at your DEN meetings, mention it there. Yes, we do offer sibling discounts for families who want to send more than one child. But again, please remind the families, we don't want anyone to feel left out or to get left out of the opportunity to attend because of finances. Sending more than one child to camp can be a challenge. But by offering a family discount, that helps with that challenge. Okay. And there are discounts for coming to more than 1 week. Jenny made mention of that with 6 weeks of day camp, there is a discount. And you could have a first-year scout in your PAC who goes to day camp, has such a good time, they want to do another week. That's okay. There's a discount. Or they have such a really good time that they decide, I'm going overnight with the rest of the kids. And there's that same discount applies. So we try to make it as affordable and easy for the parents as well. Okay. So with that said, we will now get into campership information. Okay. So thank you to anyone who has donated generously to the Camp for All campaign, because with that campaign, we're able to provide need-based camperships so Cub Scouts can experience at least one camp session this summer. Okay. As the coordinator for your PAC, we need for you to make sure parents know what district they belong to, because that is one of the questions. I looked it up on the application, and to let the entire PAC know how to find the application online and remind the parents that they're the ones that need to do filling out the paperwork. Okay. And Michelle will explain more of the whole campership process now.
Once the parents go on and fill out the application, whether they set up the registration or you set up the registration for camp, there should be a button inside the registration where you can press that they filled out the form. If it does not connect, that most of the time means they did not put the district in. Most people forget what their district is or leave it as Connecticut Rivers Council. You need to make sure that they know it's Western, Charter Oak, Leaders of the Revolution, or Southeastern. There is 3 deadlines. The first one, we did it a little bit earlier than we normally do because parents have been asking us to give responses earlier. So the first round will be February 15th, with hoping the committee gets together and make the first round of who gets what as of April or March 1st. And then April 15th, it's a couple week window after the actual deadline. May 28th is a late one, and it's mostly for crossovers and late signups. Feel free to contact me. I'll put my name and email and phone number in the chat so you can give me a call if you have any further questions on it. I don't want to go into too much detail on it. It is an easier form to fill out, and they just need to give basics of reasons why they need the financial help.
Excellent. Thank you, Michelle. Again, a couple key points if parents ask. All requests are being handled sensitively and discreetly to respect their family's privacy. Okay. And we really do want folks to apply early to maximize their chances of receiving the aid. Okay. So next one over. So because camp is fun, well, we have to make sure that it's safe. Okay. Cub Scouts that come to a safe camp can have fun and still challenge themselves. Special camp areas such as waterfront and your range and target areas all have highly qualified and highly trained adult leadership. All right. So, and you'll know that those BB, the archery and the slingshot, that's a highly sought after award by Cub Scouts. And they can only be earned at summer camp or district and council events. So it's a big deal, and we do take safety very seriously. As far as health concerns, these are some tips that will help you as the camp coordinator. The BSA has a comprehensive form that is needed for summer camp, and it's important that as a coordinator, you direct parents to use the form that's on the council website, not Google it. I tell Eagle Scouts this too. Use the form on our site because that's the most current and the correct form for this year. Please remind your families that if they have their physical coming up during April break or even during February break and they know their child is going to camp, to take page C with them and get it filled out nice and early. You don't want anybody to wait and be in that stack on the nurse's desk. Reassure all your parents that if there's medication that needs to be distributed to a child at camp, that it will be done by a nurse. They are very strict protocols, and your child's privacy is key. They don't make a mass announcement in the dining hall or at an activity that so-and-so needs to come take their medicine at camp. It's very private. And dependent upon which camp you're registering for, that's when you'll find out when you need to turn in all those health forms prior to day one of camp. That will make check-ins go so much smoother for everyone. Okay, next one. All right, so campsites and gear. And this is the part that a lot of kids get really excited about, is the packing for summer camp, because they've heard about it and they're all jazzed up. Okay, the nice part is for the adults, the tents are there, they're all set up, and your pack is going to be all in the same area. Really, everybody shows up with their tote or their trunk with all their gear in it, their pillow, their sleeping bag, their teddy bear, and their clothes. Don't forget your beach towel. Encourage the families to make a game of getting ready for camp, getting all the packing and everything done. There's a lot of tips on social media on how to make it easy as well. Help your parents out by reviewing the packing list that is sent to you by camp. Each camp has different special days, like a crazy sock day or goofy hat day. Send that information out to your parents as soon as you get it, so they have time to prepare and get those important items for fun into the trunk for the day. All right. And if you're one of the adults that's going to camp with the pack, take a lot of photos and send those out to your parents. Especially the ones where they're wearing the silly socks or the goofy hats, because those are a lot of fun and they make some really great memories for the kids. Closed-toed shoes are a definite for summer camp. Sneakers, they don't have to wear brand new sneakers. They can wear the sneakers that still fit. That's the perfect pair of sneakers. So you want to make sure that everyone is packed for that. By the parents helping the child pack their items for camp, the children will know what's in that tote. Okay. Alrighty. So our next one. So as you know, we've given you this slide that has a lot of the different ways to promote summer camp within your pack. There's some things that we'll need your help with by you working with your own individual pack. And we are sending a mailer out to all the Cub Scout families that are registered in our council, as well as the key 3 from your pack. And if you have any den leaders who currently don't have a child in Cub Scouts, maybe they have come back, their child has crossed over to a Boy Scout troop or a Scouts BSA troop that's all girls, or a family troop, and they're coming back to continue helping out. If they don't have a Cub Scout in the program, let us know so we can make sure they get the information that's sent out to the children in their den. on our website. Jeff, if you can you pull that up?
Yep, that's what I'm going to do right now. We're just waiting
Excellent.
for the right time.
Excellent. So Jeff's going to be pulling up a website to show you. We have so many resources this year for summer camp. Free resources, printable resources. There's Mad Libs and coloring pages, which are fantastic gathering activities for den and pack meetings.
So if you go on the council website, you go right here, there's this big orange button that says 2026 Cub Scout Summer Camp, learn more. Click right there. And then you can scroll through and you can see all the information about the summer camp dates for all the properties. Click on the button. Registration is open right now. So I hear all the time about how like the town park camp opens January 1st. Well, we're already open. So people can sign up right now. Sign up for overnight camp, for full week or mini week. There's the specialty programs listed here as well. And then here are those coloring pages that Leanne was touching on.
Right.
If you'd like to have any of these documents printed, we have the placemats, which are perfect for a blue and gold banquet. If you'd like any of these printed, talk to your district executive, and their information is right here, and they will deliver them to you. So,
Exactly.
Leanne,
yeah, if you could just give your district executive a week or two notice, that I'm sure they would really appreciate it. But they are willing to get those out to us, which is fantastic. And then new this year, we're holding a summer camp photo poster contest. And what that is the winners will have a chance to have their poster printed in large format, and it will be displayed at our different camps and some of the big springtime events that are coming up. Their contest details are on there. There's a frame the parents can just download, and then they upload the photo to us, and it gets put out we'll have a little photo gallery area on our website so people can scroll through and see the really creative art that our Cub Scouts are creating. And it's a nice way to involve the kids. Also, what's nice is this is a great tie-in for those wolf dens that are going to be working on the Digging in the Past adventure this spring. So let's see. So what we'd like you to do is to take this back to your PAC committee, your parents, and schedule a camp presentation so that we can help you get more of your unit to camp. Okay. It's going to camp is like playing tag. It's fun if you've got 2 or 3 people, but it's a lot more fun if you've got 10 people playing tag. So we want to have as many kids come as possible. All righty, we can move on to the next one because we do want to have time for questions. All right, so some of the frequently asked questions that come out are in regards to food allergies and bee allergies and any kind of allergy. Please reassure your families that Connecticut Rivers Council and all of our camps take food allergies and dietary restrictions seriously. Encourage the parents, if they're not attending camp with their child, to let the leaders know about any issues that the child may have. Kids don't always advocate for themselves the way we would want them to as parents. So this will just make it a little bit easier for everybody. The second one is will there be advancement? And the answer is yes, absolutely. Summer camp is a great time for there to be a little bit of work on those electives at their upcoming rank for September. Not just the BB, the archery, the slingshot, and swimming, but maybe you have a whole bunch of wolves that are coming. Well, this might be a great time for them to work on digging in the past, considering our theme this year. And awarding your belt loops at your first PAC meeting of the year or your joining night in September is a great way to show new families that Cub Scout fun happens all year, not just in the school year. Okay. And then are there flexible pickup times and drop-offs available for camp? Yes, extended hours are often available, and that would be something that you can discuss with the camp that you're definitely going to, because they have all the details nailed down on that. All righty. So, yes, it's a lot of information. It's all manageable. And we know that you're here because you're interested in making sure your pack is going to have the best time possible at summer camp. So let's just go over a couple of the action items for you to work on as the coordinator. There's going to be a follow-up email coming out with with meeting materials for you to share with your families. We'd like you to work on choosing your week of camp and which location. Complete the Google form that Jeff put in the chat. And that way we can help you to schedule a full camp presentation. And like January and February is a really good time because there's not too much happening. And remind the families to apply for camperships that need to, and promote a parent information session. And this year we're doing one February 1st, Sunday at 4 o'clock. So the parents will have an opportunity to meet some of the camp staff and learn more about the programs. Right? So let's take a look here, Michelle. What do we have for questions in the chat?
I think I answered all of them, but it was
Oh my.
about Twilight Camp and
Yes, Michelle, I saw you
presentations.
texted me, and then I was trying to keep up with the slides. So maybe this would want Maggie. Do you want to talk about Twilight Camp?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, Twilight Camp, we're going to have 2 sessions of it, and we are going to do it from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights. And Friday would be our campfire and our family night, along with the Scouts BSA campers. So it's going to be a great time. It's not like a day camp where you walk around the whole property and you have to, go up the hill and down the hill. It's more so in the field by the parking lot where, everything's up there and we can just get them through as many activities as possible. But it's great for campers who are going to soccer camp, or they have to go to summer school, or there just isn't enough people to bring them at whatever time. So it's just a cool opportunity to get kids outside.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then there was
So-
one. I saw
So a
a good
couple
one.
of things there. I mean, I saw there was questions about just signing up for a presentation. What's going to happen after this meeting? You will receive an email. It will have this slideshow, a PDF of the slideshow in here, so you can forward it to people. We'll have the link to the camperships, the link to the registration page. We'll also have, and I don't want it to be death by Google form, but there will be a Google form in there to sign up for a camp presentation. And then in there, it will have a first choice for a date and time and location, and then it'll ask you for a backup if there's a situation where we can't arrange it for that first date. Then we have a second date, and then we will arrange to have somebody come visit you, and specifically for the camp program you are interested in. So if you're somebody looking for the Cub Scout resident camp at J.N. Webster, there would be somebody that would come out that would be connected with that program. Because this presentation was obviously general, talking about camp council wide, but I know that I see a lot of different questions here from Michelle when she's like, contact your specific camp, because we all have a different flavor, a different spin on how we, different traditions on how things are done.
Excellent. Thank you, Jeff. And again,
there is one other question I want Jenny and Jeff to answer. Maggie answered it. Thank you in the chat. What happens if 1 or 2 Cubs come for camp?
So that it kind of depends on just the specific situation. You could they could be placed with a pack who would know that they were coming in advance, and that those parents would communicate with, and they would be willing to accept provisional scouts. And that's what we call scouts, 1 or 2 scouts that are coming without a leader, coming on their own. We would connect them with them. I mean, as camp directors, we kind of know who are those pack leaders that are experienced and would be best for it. If they're more of a number of scouts in that situation. And then what we would do is we would have staff serve as provisional den leaders for the week, and we would form that provisional den that would then they would go around together with other scouts that may be kind of one or two on their own.
Sure. Can I address what Webster does? Okay,
Yes,
great.
please do.
So basically, what we do is we keep our dens rank specific. That way, they're getting a program that is just for tigers or just for wolves or just for the AOLs. If we do have provisional or those who come without their pack, which happens a lot, we get them in with those dens as we keep them at rank, and they have a blast. You know, most of the leaders who come are like, okay, cool, add 4 more. What's the big deal? So they have a blast. By the end of camp, they're new best friends. So it actually expands their world beyond their pack. It expands their world beyond our camp, and they meet new kids from all over the state. So it's not just them in their tunnel vision of I'm the most important, but no, there are other kids in the world who are scouting. It's not just me and my pack. So that's where I was with my kids. I walked in, and my kiddo was the only one from the back. So we got absorbed into a whole group, and here we are. So it works really well. But again, we keep everything ranked specific at our day camp, just to make sure they get the best program for what their abilities are. Because like I said earlier, tigers are completely different from our AOL scouts. They're at different levels. Everything about them is completely different. I'm also going to address the male and female. We throw
Thank
them all
you.
together. Yeah, they throw them all together. The kids go to school together. They do gym together. You know, the only thing is they have different facilities for the bathroom. That's about it. But they are scouting together. There is no boy girl dens in that sense. Now, if I have 10 girls who are all AOLs and there's 5 Weeblo boys, well, I'm going to make 2 different dens just to make it more fun for them. But most of them are mixed. So it all depends on what we have from week to week. So that's what we do at Cup Country.
Sorry, just to
Excellent.
that we're very similar to Webster, where you know, we split it up by that to make sure that they get the right program. But we also I lost my whole train of thought there. Sorry. I always have parents who are like, oh, but you know, so and so has never seen these people, and kids bounce back. They really don't. The kids don't notice. It's never the kids who are like, oh, I don't have anybody to play with, because they're all new. They all just get excited to see kids, and they just have so much fun. So I would appreciate it, and I'm assuming other people would as well, if, you know, you squash that fear down a little of just, they'll be fine. They're going to make a new friend, and it'll all be great.
It is a really great experience. It really is. Like I said, my kids absolutely blossomed at Cub Scout camp, and they stuck with it all the way through Eagle. And I don't think that they missed a year of summer camp, even all the way up until they graduated high school. So they got a taste for it, and they loved it. So, and I think if you've got children in your pack who've never been, it's a fantastic gift. It's a fantastic Christmas gift. If you've got grandparents who are asking, you don't have to dust it or move it to vacuum.
And ultimately, what we see is, what is the biggest indicator of those scouts who go on and become Eagle Scouts? It's, do they camp as Cub Scouts? Because if they camp as Cub Scouts, camp doesn't become second nature. They're used to going to camp. The transition to scouting at the troop level is pretty seamless and easy, and they're ready to run. And they're bought in. The parents are bought in, and they go right through. So and really, where does that start with? Where does that promotion start? It starts with you as the Cub Camp coordinator. So your role is really important to helping your scouts be successful, your pack be successful, and ultimately all of scouting be successful in providing a great program and building our movement.
Excellent. Well, we are coming up just on about 45 minutes. So I personally would like to thank you all for sticking with it this long, and wish you all a happy set of holidays, whichever you may celebrate with your own families. and a safe week with the snow.
All right.
Thank you
It was
very
well,
much
supposed to be
for
like
coming
50
on.
degrees at the end of the week, so we should be okay.
I'm all
All
over
right.
that.
Leanna, do you want to have people stay on after